Hello everyone and welcome to Crystal's Crochet Cubbyhole. Today we are going to learn the cobblestone stitch. And I'm using Yarn Bee Pima Suprema in the color charcoal. It is a 3.5 ounces, 180 yards. It's a medium 4 weight. It calls for a 5.5 crochet hook. I will be using a 6. You'll need a pair of scissors. You'll need a needle to sew in your ends, and a tape measure to measure your length and width to what you're wanting. So let's get started. And you can make your washcloth any size. I'm going to stick with about 10 inches. I know I've made a few that are a little bit bigger, and there was even one at least that I can remember that we done that I made a little bit shorter. And I realized what I did. I was measuring that corner to corner, from corner to corner, instead of across. So it ended up being a little bit smaller, but that's okay. Is in like if you're doing gift sets, like you're wanting to do 3 or 4 washcloths in a set to give as a gift to someone, you would probably just want to make sure they're all about the same size. But other than that, it doesn't really matter. It's just your preference. But we are going to start today. This is the cobblestone stitch is a multiple of 2, and it's a 2-row repeat. So not too hard. You're doing single crochets, and then we'll learn the triple crochet, which I don't think we've done in any of our any of our washcloths yet. So we're going to start out by making a slip knot. And then I'm going to start with chaining 30. That is a multiple of 2. And I'm going to see how large that is. Usually 30 seems to be about 10 inches. So we'll see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And hold on just a minute and I'll meet you near the end. Okay, we're coming to the end. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Now let's see what we got. I'm trying for about 10 inches, so that's approximately 10 inches, so that'll work. So now we're going to start our first row, and we are going to start, I hope you can see this okay, in the second chain from the hook. 1, 2, second chain from the hook. And we're going to go in and we're going to do a single crochet. And then we're going to do a single crochet in the next stitch. You go in, wrap your yarn around, pull through. You have 2 loops on your hook, wrap your yarn and pull through both loops. That's a single crochet. And now we're going to do a single crochet all the way to the end of this round. In every chain across, we'll do a single crochet. And I'm going to pull it up closer so that you can maybe see a little better while I'm doing this. Hopefully if I can stay in the camera. Okay, I know where I'm at. So every chain across gets a single crochet. Okay, I'm going to keep going, and when I get to the end, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm coming up toward the end. I've got just a few more stitches, or a few more chains. Make sure I got plenty of yarn out there. Here's my last chain. So go in and do a single crochet. Now here's what we got so far. There's your little, let me pull it back a little. Here's what we got so far. Okay. Oh, too far back. Let's go a little bit closer. Okay. Okay, we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. Okay. Now, in this row, this is the second row of our repeat, we are going to single crochet in the very first stitch. So see, there's our chain 1. The very first stitch, you can see if you pull like this, you can see it. Right there's the very first stitch right here. So we're going to go into that stitch and do a single crochet. Then in the next stitch, we're going to do a triple crochet. And the way to do a triple is you wrap your yarn twice around your hook. You go into that stitch, pull up some yarn on your hook, pull it through. You have 4 loops on your hook. Wrap your yarn, pull through 2, 3 loops. Wrap your yarn, pull through 2, 2 loops. Wrap your yarn, pull through both those. And that is a triple crochet. So now we're going to go into the next one, and we're going to do a single. And then we're going to go into the next stitch and do a triple. So wrap your yarn twice, 1, 2, around your hook, go into that stitch, wrap your yarn around your hook, pull it through. You have 4 loops on your hook. Wrap your yarn and pull through 2 loops. You have 3 loops on your hook. Wrap your yarn and pull through 2 loops. You have 2 loops left. Wrap your yarn and pull through both those loops. That is a triple crochet. Then we're going to do a single in the next stitch. And this is what we're going to do all the way across. Single, triple, single, triple. So now we're going to do a triple again. Pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. Then a single. And you make sure when you're going into your stitch down here that you go through both loops. Now let me show you. You want to go through both of the loops of that stitch, like that. Oh, sorry. Okay. So now we just did a single. So now we're going to do a triple. Wrap your yarn twice. Go into that stitch. Wrap your yarn around your hook and pull it through. 4 loops on your hook. Wrap your yarn and pull through 2 of the loops. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. Wrap your yarn around, pull through 2. Now you have 2 loops on your hook. Wrap your yarn around and pull through both loops. That is your triple. So then we do a single. And then we're going to do a triple. I'm going to pull back a little bit so you can see everything good. I'm going to do a single because I tend to get out of camera when I put it down real close like that. So, but I've done some of them up close, so hopefully you can tell what to do. Then a single. Get me some more yarn. Then we're going to do a triple. Going through both loops on that stitch. Go through 2, go through 2, go through 2. So hold on just a second. Okay. Now we just did a triple. So now the next stitch is a single. Then we're going to do a triple. Wrapping your yarn twice around your hook. Then a single. Then a triple. Getting more yarn. Then a single. Then a triple. I was kind of worried about the corner to corner granny square tutorial from last week. I don't want to make anything too awful long for you. And that ended up being a little bit longer than what I usually do, and I'm sorry about that. But you can always fast forward to the parts you need to, 1, 2, loop 2 rounds on my hook. Do a triple. Then a single. Triple. A single. A triple. And a single. And a triple. And ending in the last stitch with a single crochet. Now here's what we've got so far. This is the back side. It's kind of smooth, but we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. So now here you can see the little cobbles. See, can you see the little bumps? So that's your little cobble stitch starting to show up. Those little triples are poofing up. So it's going to give your washcloth a nice texture. So now this is going to be the start of our 2-row repeat. This row, next row. So we chained 1 and we turned. And now we're going to do a single crochet all the way across in each stitch. And you should still have, I did 30 stitches. So then that when I turned and went to the second chain from the hook, it should be 29 inches. So 29 stitches. So whatever that second row stitch count was, you will stay that stitch count all the way. So if I did 30 in my chain and I skipped one chain and went into the second chain from the hook, then there was 29 singles across. There should still be 29 singles across, and you can always count to verify. Now you're going to go into this very first, let me put it closer again real quick. You're going into this very first place, stitch right here. The very first single crochet. Right there it is. Right there. And you're going to single crochet. And we can count them across and see that I've got the same amount I started with. That was 1, 2, and we're doing single crochets only. 3, and you got to watch for that top stitch because that's where you're going. 4, 5. I'm going to pull the camera back just a little so I don't get off camera too easy. So that was 5. And then there's your stitch right there. 6, 7, 8, 9, and see that on that cobble, that triple crochet, the loop is toward the back here. So you just make sure you get into it to the correct area. 10. Now I'm going to do a single crochet all the way across, and I'll meet you near the end. Okay, we're coming up on the end. There's their single. 25, 26, 27, 28, and your last stitch 29. So I will always, and chain 1 and turn your work, I will always have 29 stitches across on mine because I started with 30 minus the one where I skipped that first stitch in the second round, second row. So now the next row, which is the last round of our repeat, remember it's 2-row repeat, you will go into that very first stitch again and do a single crochet. Remember, we chain 1 and turn our work. Now the next stitch you're going to do a triple. Wrap your yarn twice, go in through that stitch, wrap your yarn, pull it through. There's 4 loops on your hook. Wrap your yarn, pull through 2, wrap your yarn, pull through 2, wrap your yarn and pull through the last 2. That's a triple. Then we're going to do a single. Then we're going to do a triple. And you're going to repeat this all the way across. A single and a triple, single, triple, in each stitch across for the amount of stitches that you're supposed to have. Mine is 29. And if you're following me exactly, yours will be 29. And then I'll meet you back near the end, okay? Okay, we're coming to the end. I just did a single, so I'm going to do a triple. Wrap your yarn twice around your hook, so you have 3 loops on your hook, it looks like. Then you're going to go in through that stitch, wrap your yarn around your hook, pull it through. You have 4 loops on your hook. Wrap your yarn around, go through 2, wrap your yarn, go through 2, wrap your yarn, go through the last 2. And we got 1 loop left, 1 stitch left. We're going to go in and do a single crochet. So we're ending with a single crochet. We're going to chain 1 and turn. Now we're going to start our repeat again. Here's what we've got so far. Let me get some yarn out. Okay. Here's what we got. And the more rows you get up through there, then the more you're going to notice the texture. And we're going to keep doing that repeat. We're going to do a single crochet all the way across, chain 1, turn, then do our single, triple all the way across, ending with a single crochet, chain 1 and turn, and then you do your single row again, then your single and triple row. And you're going to do that till you get it as wide as you want. Now I'll come back at the last couple, 2 or 3 rows and do it with you. But when you're finished with your washcloth, you will end with a single crochet row, okay? So now I'm starting my single crochet row, and I will meet you back when I get a little further along, okay? Okay, I wanted to hop back on here real quick just to show you. I've done a couple more rows. So this side is flat, and I just finished. So I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. So that side's flat, but then this other side has your cobbles on it. Now it looks like, yeah. So you got your little bumps all over. So always remember that at the beginning of each row, you're going into that very first stitch. So I'm getting ready to start another round of my 2-row repeat. So I'm going to do a row of single crochet, and I'll meet you back when I get further down the line. Okay guys, I backed up because somehow or other I missed a stitch or something. So I frogged it back, and you just got to make sure, and it's probably better if you count your stitches as you're going so that you know you have the correct number in the row, so you're less likely to mess up and notice it later. So I had 30 stitches or 30 chains, but now I'm having 29 stitches. So each row of mine should be 29 stitches. So I just finished my little cobble stitch round where they're poking up. And that's your single and your triple all the way across. So now I'm going to start on my row of single crochets. And you always go into that very first stitch. So 1, and they kind of lay toward the back, so you want to kind of turn it to look. Can you see that? Let's see. Oh, it's fuzzy. Let me go up closer for just a second. Okay, I just did 1. And if you notice, this stitch is laying on its side. So there's 2. There, 3. And there's that stitch again, kind of laying on its side a little bit. There's 4, 5. Oops, dropped my needle hook. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to go back up a little bit. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. You're making sure you're going in both those loops. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, oops, 26, 27, 28, and there's your last little stitch right there. 29. Chain 1 and turn. And then I'm going to do my single, triple, single, triple all the way across. So always go into that very first stitch. Do a single. Then you're going to do your triple. Then single. And then triple all the way across. So I'll meet you back in a little while after I've done a few rows. Okay guys, here is what we've got so far. And I think it's measuring right at, now we got a border too to add, so it may be a little over 10 inches or maybe a little under, depending. Right now I've got about 9.5 this way and about 8 that way. So I think one more repeat, or I finished with a single crochet right here. So I think if I do another row of single triples and then my last row of singles, then we'll be big enough, and then we'll do our border. So I've chained 1. I'm going to turn my work. Let me get a little closer. Oh goodness. Okay guys, we're going to do 2 final rounds, and we'll do a round of the single, triple, single, triple all the way across, and then my last round of singles, and then we'll do our border, okay? Now, I accidentally cut the video off, so I'm having to put it together, so hopefully it don't sound funny or stupid. Whatever. Okay, we're going to do 2 more rounds, or 2 more rows. We're going to do a row of the single, triple, and then a last row of singles, and then I think the washcloth's the size I want it, and we'll do our border. So I chained 1 and I turned. So now I'm going to do a single and then a triple, and a single, and a triple, and a single. And I'm going to keep doing that all the way across, and I'll meet you back near the end. Okay, I'm coming up near the end. I just did a single, so I'm going to do a triple, single, triple, and in the row with a single. Chain 1 and turn. Okay, and then this is just a row of singles. Now always remember to go into that very first stitch right there. And I count across to make sure I have my right amount of stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and see how that stitch is laying on its side. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. Last stitch. And chain 1, and instead of cutting off our yarn, we're going to start our row around. Now let's see how much we're measuring. I think it's going to be good right there. Hold on, I'm going to back it up a little bit. We'll measure it. There's about 9.5 and about 9.5. So there we go. So on the sides, you just have to try to look for your spaces and do the best you can. On this side, it's not going to be as hard because you can see your stitches easier. So just try to space them evenly across. And what I like to do to try to make sure that I don't get it wonky is I'll count how many stitches I do here and make sure I do the same amount over on the other side. Now this row should have 29, so when you go down here and doing this, you should have 29. And when we get to the corner, we do a little bit different. So I'll show you what to do in the corner stitch. But you just try to space them evenly across. There's where we're at right now. And we're just going to go into these spaces and do single crochet all the way down. 1. And just try to make them even. I mean, you don't have to count even if you don't want to. You're just trying to make it. Let me go closer for you. Sorry about that. You're just trying to make it even all the way across, and you kind of find those little spaces and put your single crochet into them, and just go all the way down the side with a single crochet. Now I'm going to go on down to my side. When I get down close to the end, I will show you what to do in the corner. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I haven't got much more left on here, so I thought I'd just go ahead and let you watch me go on to the end. So I'm just going into these spaces on the side and putting a single crochet, trying to evenly space them out. See? Working with darker thread is a little bit more difficult than lighter thread. It's harder to see. So, just gotta watch. Okay. And single crochet all the way down, evenly spaced, as best you can. Okay, I'm gonna put one right here. Now right here is the last stitch, and in this corner stitch we're going to put 3 single crochets, and that'll help round off that corner and make it a smoother transition. So 3 single crochets, and then we're going to swing it around. Now we're going to go across the bottom, single crochet all the way around. Now I've got my tail here. I can weave that in as I'm going along. I just kind of hold it down and weave it into what I've got here as I go along. Just kind of go into where it's at, you know, hold it down and weave it in. And then you'll just have the one side that you have to weave in. I want to have a little bit long of a tail. Go a few more stitches with it, and then I'll knock it out, put it out of the way, and cut it off when I'm done. See, I'm just going to fold that back now out of my way and just continue down with single crochets, and I'll come back and cut that off at the end, that excess right there. Hope you can see this okay. This just kind of smooths up your edges, makes it a little bit neater, especially if you decide to do it as a gift for someone. But it just gives it a little bit more finished look. And you can do this border on any of your washcloths that we've done. Just if you want to smooth them up and everything, you could do the border on them. And it's just a row of single crochet all the way around. Okay, now we're in that corner here, and again we're going to put 3 single crochet into the same stitch in the corner. 3. Now we're going to start this side, and we're going to go in each little space up the side and put a single crochet. Okay, I'm going to meet you back when I get closer to the end. Okay, I'm coming up on the corner. And right here in the corner, I'm going to do 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. Now this is our last side that we need to do to get back to where we started at. So we're going to go across here, 1 single crochet in each stitch across. And I'll keep going, and I'll meet you back at the corner. Okay, we're back at the corner. So we're going to put 3 single crochets in this corner to make it match the other ones. And then we're going to go in, not this loop, but this one right over here. Because okay, this one right here, we're going to go in and we're going to do a slip stitch. We're going to pull through, then pull through, and then you do chain once to lock it in. You're going to cut your yarn. Pull that on through, kind of cinch it down. And there is our finished washcloth with our little border all the way around. Okay, let me back up. So there it is. I'm going to tie in my end. Let's see. Hold on just a second.